Currently working as a Chief Financial Officer of Usha Martin Educational Solutions Limited. So I used to teach. I have a teaching background of around 27 years. Earlier I was associated with ICFI brand, and then I have been associated with this Usha Martin group. I am also looking after some of the industrial parts. So I am having the exposure of both academics and industry. So just say that whether you can understand my delivery on the operations management or not. Thank you so much. I think that this session will be helpful for you, and you will get support for your forthcoming examination.
Okay.
Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time for the students.
I am honored. Good morning, everybody. So today we are discussing about the MCQs of 2016 of the operations management for the MBA students. I think it would be helpful for you. So let us start discussing one by one. You see, first question. The break-even point can be defined as. So what is actually break-even? Break-even is a situation of no profit, no loss. We have to find out the break-even quantity, PEQ. If we produce that quantity, then the company will gain no profit and the company will incur no loss. So that is break-even. Now what is the formula of the break-even? Break-even quantity BEQ equal to fixed cost divided by total revenue or sales per unit minus total variable cost per unit. So fixed cost divided by total revenue or total sales, the same thing, per unit, minus total variable cost per unit, means average variable cost. So here you see option A, F by S minus V. The full forms are given here. F is the fixed cost, V is variable cost, S is sales revenue. So this is the right option, others are wrong. Question number 2. The main objective of assembly line balancing is. So assembly line balancing, that means there are several products, one by one those are coming out. So the processing time of all the products may not be the same. So that's why we have to reduce the waiting time of processing the products which is coming from the one machine and been inserted into the other machines. The gap between this coming out and the next insertion should be the minimum. So that is the delay. So that should be balanced, and the objective is to minimize that delay so that there will be a smooth flow of the entire production process. So the right answer is to reduce the balance delay of the time between the two consecutive productions in the machines erected in proper sequence. So that is question number 2. Now question number 3. Very easy question. The desired objective of operations management, coming from the introduction of the book. Answer is also probably known to you. That is the optimum utilization of the available resources. So this is not about the using the cheap machinery. The objective is not to earn the profit. The objective is very large and comprehensive. The resource which is available with us, we have to utilize it efficiently and in a cost-effective manner. So option C is the right answer. Question number 4. Part method for project scheduling is suitable for. So part is what? Program evaluation review technique are probabilistic concepts where the different jobs, actually one total project is crashed down into different small particles of job. The process is called WBS, work breakdown structure, or PBS, project breakdown structure. So we have assumed that we did WBS in an efficient manner, and now we know that the entire project consists of so many particles of interconnected jobs. Now the duration of each and every job, those may be deterministic, means exact one time, one duration we may get sometimes we may not get, because of the uncertainty in the environments, in the parameters which are associated for determining that duration. So if those are very uncertain, then normally we get 3 different types of duration. One is the optimistic duration, normally we call it TO, time optimistic. If everything is fine, then we can finish that particular job, say for example in 6 days. The average timing, that is average kind of, that is not optimistic, neither optimistic nor pessimistic. So in that way we may say that this particular job can be finished in 8 days, and the most pessimistic duration, say this particular job can be conducted in 12 days. So these 3 kinds of duration if we have, then we have to apply this entire concept into the part heuristics. That means the process of part we have to adapt. Part also tells us that what is the probability of completing any job in a specific time period. Suppose through part calculations you will get that this particular job can be completed in say 30 days. Now part also can tell you that what is the probability that this job can be completed in 28 days. What is the probability? How confident the project manager is. So this is the application of part. Now the question is that in which kind of project there is a vast application of part. Part can be used in all the projects, but there is a preference area where part should be applied. CPM cannot be given you the right answer or the exact answer. So the answer is the turnkey projects on building, operating and transfer basis. So what is turnkey projects? Turnkey projects means, suppose a bridge, construction of a bridge. The government is given aid to some construction company. So they will not use it. They will just construct it, turn the key to the proprietor. In this case, the proprietor is the government, and then the government will make it open for the use of the commoners. So this kind of projects is called the turnkey project. So for this turnkey project, this part method can be applied in a better way. Question number 5, man-machine chart is used in. So man-machine chart means, again, the entire job can be broken into smallest particles of the jobs called WBS, work breakdown structure. Now we have to consider each and every job where the machine is required, which kind of machine is required, how much time it will take, how many manpower will be required to perform that job against that machine. And a specified chart can be prepared connecting the machines and the activity of the worker who is doing the work, is engaged with that machine. So man-machine chart, what is the application, what is the use of this man-machine chart? The application is for scheduling of the job. That means which job should come first, which should be performed later on, and which will come after that. So other the three options, those are far away from the the right answer. Routing, plant layout, designing, capacity planning, all those are not at all related with the man-machine chart. So selecting of the answer in this case is easy. Those are not overlapping in nature. Now number 6, layout of a hospital where a patient receives a number of medical services. So just think about a hospital. The patient cannot be moved. Patient has to be kept in a bed in a constant position, and all the equipments, life-saving devices, apparatus, etc. We have to brought everything to the close proximity of the patient to treat him or her. So that kind of layout is called the fixed position layout. In my previous video also I have discussed about it. So here the answer will be the fixed position layout, because the patient is stationary, he or she is fixed, all the equipments should be brought in the close proximity to him. Criteria of VED analysis. So what VED stands for? Vital, essential and desirable. VED. V stands for vital. In terms of the use value, it has been, the name has been given. That means the conception of the VED analysis comes out of the use value of the stock. Some stock is much vital. It may not be very costly. This is the difference between the ABC and VED. ABC only emphasizes, it concentrates on the value of the stock. But there is no guarantee that the valuable stock is essential or vital in terms of its use value. So here, in terms of the use value, this is segregated. So V stands for vital, is in the next level in terms of the use value. So it is essential, and D is desirable. So This is the full form of the VED. Now, criteria of VED analysis is the criticality of the item. Criticality means criticality in terms of its use. So it is not related to the unit price, it is not related to the annual consumption value. How important those items are, based on that the VED has been categorized. Next question. The implementation of ZIT offers several advantages, including, so what is the full form of ZIT? Just in time. When you need the material, you should buy it or you will get it. That means there is no question of storing it. Just in time. When you need it, you should get it. So how is it possible? If you can create a very good supply chain, a smooth supply chain, that means the vendors are very certain and the channel is also very smooth, then whenever you place the order, you will get the material and the lead time will be zero. So if you take the concept of ZIT, your holding or storage cost may be zero like, or it tends to zero, but your ordering cost will be high because every time you have to order. So this is the concept of ZIT, just in time. So you see, increases the variability to better respond to variable demand. If the demand varies, you have to produce more, you have to use your stock more, you need more raw materials. So if the demand in the market is highly uncertain, then there will be no certainty of the requirement of your inputs, of your raw materials. So in that case, whenever it is required, you can place the order and get it if your supply chain is very strong, very smooth. So this is the one of the advantages of ZIT. Others options are nowhere related to ZIT. It is far from the concept of ZIT. So that is question number 8. Now question number 9, ABC analysis. So while discussed about the VED analysis, I told you that ABC analysis is based on the value of the stock. If the price of the stock is high, then definitely the value of the stock will be more, and it is not prudent, not judicious to keep it in a large volume, because unnecessarily then you are blocking your entire capital, so your investment has been blocked. So that means the high value stock should be kept less. The low value stock, you may keep it more, you should not be so bothered, so worried about it. So ABC analysis refers to annual consumption value of the item. Critical nature of the items is not the subject matter of ABC. Critical nature of the item is the subject matter of VED philosophy. Next question is related to the control chart of the TQM, Total Quality Management, or SQC, Statistical Quality Control. So these are the 4 different types of charts mentioned here: X bar chart, range chart, R chart, P chart and C chart. So you see the question, the control chart which is issued in a situation where fraction defectives are the criteria. Fraction defectives and number of defectives, two things are different. Fraction defectives and number of defectives, two things are different. In a large sheet of cloth, if you get 10 small black spots, then it is called the number of defectives in that specific cloth. But in a 300 pages of book, if you get say printing mistakes in the 50 pages, then the percentage, that means the that fraction defective, the concept of fraction defectives comes, and then the fraction defective will be 50 by 300. So this is the difference between the two, fraction defective and number of defectives. Now for the fraction defective we use P chart, and for the number of defectives we use C chart. So here the right answer will be P chart. Next questions. The objective of TQM, full form is Total Quality Management. So we are all quality conscious. So what is the objective, goal of implementing a good quality management? Answer will be the process improvement, because against each and every process we have to keep close eye. We have to implement different kinds of checking and testing appliances. And second one, the ultimate is the customer satisfaction. We have to satisfy our consumer, otherwise we will lose the market. Increasing cost is meaningless, because so the answer will be both A and B. The objective of the TQM is twofold, which is mentioned here in point A and B. So D is the right answer. Next one, a critical path has. Critical path means the path getting from the activities having zero float. Having zero float or zero slack. So the critical path shows us the longest activity duration. If we add the job duration of the critical jobs, we will get the maximum project duration, beyond which the project cannot be prolonged. Zero float, I have told you earlier. So point number C is the right choice, because A and B both are right. These two things are being shown through the critical path. If we find out the critical path, we can get the idea of A and B. So this is all about the MCQs of 2016. Thank you.